Okay, Andrew, so here's your truck doing 500,000 kilometers. Sorry that I got to drive it, but it's quite significant. It's getting there. Think of all the kilometers of roads it's driven. Pretty amazing. And it's such an amazing truck to drive. Beautiful. There we go. 500,000 kilometers. Wow.
I'm Andrew St Pierre White, explorer, overlander and broadcaster with over 40 years driving 4x4s in association with the Overland Workshop. This is the best part of my job. Well, one of the best parts. I get a box of kit and I have the pleasure of opening every single one of them. As part of the Africa build in Australia, I get to do a whole lot of stuff and then take it and then finish off the vehicle. You know those wonderful parts about building a four-wheel drive is where you figure out where you're going to put your torch and where you're going to put your burner and your lighter and all of these other bits and pieces that just makes for me it's almost the best part of building a four-wheel drive. And I am a very lucky guy. You're going to go along with me, and I'm actually on their website, their Australian website. This is OLIGHTstore.com.au. Let's start. Which one of these am I the most excited about? Well, if I'm honest, this guy here, that's the Mini. It doesn't look very different from the one I've already got. This is the Marauder 2. This is the Marauder Mini. So let's have a look at that. The idea of a torch like this is a powerful torch that can be used in a security environment that's going to... Oh, this is beautiful. Whoa, look at this thing. So, I am officially in love. These should be packed in plain brown paper packets. And I love the fact that the orange, because I've always said, what is the point of making a flashlight black? Because if it's black, you can't find it in the dark. So I specified the orange. The packaging is beautiful. Packaging is really, really nice. The idea behind having a clip like this is that I can modify that. That's beautiful. And then the idea is that I can mount that next to the driver's door and also one in the back. And yeah, very, very happy with that. I'm going to need a long range torch that's going to be suitable for security and for watching wild animals at night. Do I want a huge... And I've already got this guy. And it's wonderful. One is tempted to go for the most expensive and the most powerful, but it has to be practical. I have to be able to find a place to mount it. One of the challenges with these very fat torches is that finding clips and everything to mount them is a little more difficult than a torch which is, for example, like this. I like these pictures here because if you get a picture that has it being held in the hand, you can get an idea of... I quite like that. Not overly big. I do look at lumens, but lumens is only one part of it. And I thought it would be a little larger than this, but of course it all depends on the performance. That should be very good for long range. It is a single LED and a long range reflector. This interests me greatly. A work light. It's magnetic and it's the kind of thing one should carry in a vehicle. And the one that I actually have in my Australia Troopy is wanting, so if I like this as much as I think I'm going to, I will probably purchase a second one. It's got a camera tripod mount, magnets, step. Just wonderful. That is going to be unbelievably useful. I wonder how good the lighting for filming will be with this light. USB-C charging. Must say that's very impressive. This one, I've got a number of head torches and we're kitting out the Africa vehicle with OLIGHT. They of course came to us and said, hey, would you like to fit out your Africa vehicle? I am very fussy when it comes to head torches, and there are few that I absolutely love. And actually I find the simpler ones the better, and that has a lot of promise. What I also like is that when you have a system, all of these torches use the same charging system. They're almost all of them the same. This one is not. This is a USB-C. This one is USB-C. But the other ones, you just have a charger in the car and you just clip any of them onto the same charger. One system, to me, makes so much sense. So we'll be testing that. Very, very promising. And the last thing, this guy here is a little lantern. Now all of these products are listed on my website. Look at that. Isn't that rather nice, isn't it? I must say it's beautifully made. The idea behind this is to have a lovely soft glow around the camp. And it's got a tripod mount there as well. And obviously that's turning it on and making it brighter. It's wonderful. There it is, look at that. Oh, that is so clever. You guys really did brilliantly. You know why? You did so well. I love design. When the people who design these go camping. Honestly, they do. They knew that I need beautiful, soft, ambient light. Ta-da! Okay, I actually need a bit of light here because I'm doing something. Cooking, maybe? Ta-da! What are my two favorites here? This is easy. I'm very impressed with this. Okay, that's the work light. I'm very impressed with it. The Marauder Mini. It's... I love these things. Alright, so the next thing I need to do then is, with these, what should I do? I actually will do something listing each in a video maybe around Christmas time, because I do in my regular Christmas. This is what I think you, and it'll be released on the 14th of December. This is what I think you should get your partner for camping. And I've got these, obviously. I've got some beautiful cooking grids, the Zippo products. I'm in love with them, and there are a couple of others that I'm going to share with you as possible, and I'll put links in. Oh, one more. We have one more to go, and it's this guy. So a little hatchet. So with the South Africa build, I don't have any knives of any kind with it, and when I saw this on the OLIGHT website, I thought, hey, that actually could be a very nice thing to have in the vehicle, a small hatchet. So there it is. What do you think? Not bad, eh? I think that's really quite nice. So what I do like about it, it's a hammer there. So if you're chopping wood, you obviously wouldn't use a small knife like this, but if you had a heavier knife and you were splitting firewood, so it is worked as both a hammer and a blade. I think that's rather nice. So that's coming to Africa with me. Those of you watching in Australia, OLIGHT is having a Black Friday sale. It's got something to do with the timing of them sending me this stuff, yes, but if you look in the video description, you will find a link to all these products, and I get a small royalty with every one that you buy using that link. When I'm planning an expedition, I tend to start packing a long way in advance, and with the Africa troop carrier build, I started this box and when I think of something, I throw it in. And this is the South Africa trip box. Things I need to take. My survival first aid kit, nothing better. This I need to thank my fan on the East Coast, who said, well, I'm taking one out of my troop carrier, would you like it? You're going to need one for your Africa build. It's an old-fashioned unit, but it works and it's fine. And Quick Fist, do you get these in South Africa, guys? Quick Fist, these rubberized little clamps, do you get them there? If you don't, I'm going to bring my own. These are from PVS. They are gear stick heads. Main gear stick, and that of course is the transfer gear stick. The gear sticks are both very, very shiny from years of polishing with people's hands, and they're slightly soft and they don't feel very nice. So that's why I got those. Nothing else here of any consequence. A safety hammer, I have a spare, and my GPS mount from my Garmin Overlander. Now the Garmin Overlander, one of the best things about that GPS is that you can just fit it instantaneously on that magnetic mount. So I can leave that, run some cables and just leave that in the Africa vehicle, and then when I arrive, grab my GPS, click, and it's already mounted. So that's what that is for. And now one last thing that I really want to show you. This is a lot of fun. Those of you familiar with my Instagram channel will recognize this is of course a replica of the center console I made for my grey Troopy. And the reason why I had to make it myself is that when there was no off-the-shelf solution for someone wanting a fridge between the seats and a console. So I had to make it myself, and I made it out of this PVC board, covered it with carpet. Now on the South Africa Troopy, clutch is a bit soft, a little bit tatty. We're going to have fun. We're now going to drive it down to Cape Town and begin the work. We are going to have some fun. Same problem, but they're not identical. With a straight 6 engine, the gearbox is not the same, and the gearbox, the actuator, the gear stick, comes out lower down, further back, than with the V8. So I had to do a bit of guesswork. So I'm hoping it'll fit. But I should be able to drill one hole there, and quite easily mount it when I get there. Lastly, talking about consoles, I was lucky enough today to see the 2.8 for the first time, and I could see the new console. Toyota, for the first time ever, has put a proper console in a 70 series. It's actually quite a nice console. Before that, it was just bits kind of bolted to the floor as afterthoughts. And to wrap this up, which front-end design do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you're interested in any of those OLIGHT products, you'll find the links with discounts in the description. See you next time.